Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV with my guy, Mr. Leonard Ellerbe. You see him, Leonard, out of hiding, back again, and now with a huge announcement for PBC, man. Talk to us about David Morrell, the Battle of the Davids is what I like to call it. David Morrell versus David Benavidez. Talk to us about the fight.
Terrific matchup. These two have been going back and forth for quite some time now. Morrell has been very vocal about wanting to get at David. I'm really looking forward to this fight on 1 February at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. And fans are going to get exactly what they want. Two young guys going at it in their prime, and this is really what it's all about.
And I think that's the one thing when we talk about this fight that all the fight fans are talking about. You hear the pundits, everybody saying it. Prime versus prime, absolute sharpest that the blade can be going against each other. What does that say about the state of things over at PBC?
This is what you want. This is what you want. Two top guys in the same division, giving the fans exactly what they want to see. And I think that it's going to be a war. In my eyes, I see it as a 50-50 fight. And I know some might say, well, why do you think it's a 50-50 fight? Because, one, we know we've definitely seen a lot from Benavidez over the years. When it comes to Morrell, we've seen, spots of him. But I really know what he brings to the table. And that's why I think this is going to be a tough fight for both guys. Tough fight for both guys.
We've seen Benavidez just dispose of rival after rival, does a lot of talking, but performs even better on fight night. I've talked to David Morrell several times, and he's mentioned David Benavidez this time, maybe at least half of the times that I've interviewed him. David Morrell, what do you think that he brings to David Benavidez that we haven't seen him undergo yet in the ring?
He's a great Cuban fighter from that system. He can fight his butt off. I think that he's a very good boxer, very heavy-handed, and that's something that I think that Benavidez is going to have to be aware of, especially early in the fight. It's going to come down to really who can take the best shot. You know what I mean? Will David be able to inflict the kind of damage that'll slow that locomotive down in David Morrell? And will the other guy be able to take his shot? Hey, what's up, Ali?
Leonard, a couple nights ago, last Friday night, we saw Mike Tyson back in the ring, 58 years old, versus Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about that fight?
Good entertainment. I enjoyed it. I have a lot of respect for Mike Tyson. A lot of respect for him and what he was able to do as a 58-year-old man to come in there and just show that, he can still hang. He can still hang, obviously, for this type of event. So I was very proud of Mike. I was glad that nobody got hurt. Jake Paul.
In the wake of the fight with Mike Tyson, Jake Paul called out by a litany of names from Edgar Berlanga to Andre Ward to Arthur Beterbiev actually called him out. A lot of people just up in arms about what happened with Mike Tyson. What do you think the blowback from that victory that he had last Friday night will be?
Well, Jake Paul has shown that he has the ability to generate revenue, and that's why I'm sure that most of these top guys in and around that weight class, boss man, in and around that weight class is looking forward to.
When we touch back to the fight card here on February run at T-Mobile Arena, the heartbreaker, Brandon Figueroa, Stephen Fulton Jr. are going to get back at it again. One of the best fights when they got at it the first time. Figueroa beating him by split decision. But what do you think about the rematch?
I love it. And they'll be looking to steal the show on that card. It was a terrific fight the first time out. There were a lot of fans that thought Figueroa had pulled it out. I didn't think so. I thought Fulton did enough to get the victory. So there's a lot of emotion, and it's going to be a great build-up to that fight. And we know we can expect another really war for that fight, and that fight could be the fight of the year.
And when we talk about a revenue generator, we cannot mention a revenue generator in boxing without mentioning the name of the one and only, the young silverback, Tank Davis.
Tank over everybody.
Give us an update as far as what's going on with Tank Davis. There was some talk about him fighting over in Houston. Looks like that maybe the time has run out for that. Maybe he starts in the first quarter of next year. Leonard, can we hear from you, a guy who knows the most?
Stay tuned for the Tank Davis announcement.
Is it Lamont Roach, or are there still opponents in play? Is it Lamont Roach penciled in as the opponent, or is there other guys that are still maybe going to get the nod?
Lamont Roach.
Lamont Roach. Well, there you hear from Leonard Ellerbe himself, Tank Davis, Lamont Roach first. Leonard, as always, want to thank you for your time as usual, man, and we look forward to talking to you later on in the event. Thanks, man. Talk to you soon. Bye. And Leonard, just like you are a man of many hats, I've been hearing that you've been dabbling off into other sports. What else you been up to?
Oh, yes. I'm working with freshman phenom, Kiyomi McMillan. Everyone go follow her. That's K-I-Y-O-M-I McMillan. She is the most exciting college player, women's college player in all of basketball, along with Kawali and a couple others. But she is her. She is definitely her. And when it comes down to skills, she's the most skillful player in all of women's college basketball.
Wow. Playing over at Rutgers, is that right?
Yes, she's a freshman at Rutgers, and everyone check her out.
They're playing today.
They playing today.
Okay, so people get a chance to maybe check her out.
Yes.
What do you think the best part of her game is?
Her creativity. When you take a look at her, she's a mix of Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson. Yes, she is the real deal.
So she's a bit of a Rembrandt with the ball in her hand.
She can do it all. The basketball is on the string to her. She can do it all.
Okay. Well, there you hear it. Sports fans, not just fight fans. My man Leonard Ellerbe dipping in many pools. Leonard, we look forward to seeing her success, bro.
Thank you very much.
All right now, yeah.